The following is a World-Class Bullshitters exclusive.
Welcome back to World Class Bullshitters. We're back, and it's time for your favorite video series here on the channel. We don't really have a name for it, but it's where we go out into the stores and look at all the crap that will not sell. So folks, it's exciting. It's our first one of 2024, and this year the channel's got a lot to celebrate. But before we go out into the stores, hit that thumbs up button to let YouTube know that you enjoy this content. And I wanted to make a quick announcement while I have everyone's ear. I finished the artwork for WorldClassBullshitters. It's finishing up the coloring, and those last few details are being taken care of. And then it's off. So folks, be on the lookout. We'll have a new launch campaign around Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. But until then, folks, enjoy this video. Oh, and one last thing. Today's video is brought to you by me, Jeff Hicks, and my graphic novel, Stealing Solo. Stealing Solo asks the greatest what-if question of all time. What if a group of disgruntled Star Wars fans kidnap Harrison Ford and force him to remake Star Wars in their basement? That, and a whole lot more, is answered in Stealing Solo, a Captain's Parody. Stealing Solo has been called Laugh Out Loud Funny and the greatest Star Wars parody since Spaceballs, and it's available now for a limited time only. Go to stealingsolo.com, which is powered by Shopify, so you get the reward-winning safety and security, and get yourselves a copy today. Once we sell through this limited backstock, I'm going back to the drawing board to bring you the sequel, which parodies Luke Skywalker's fall from grace, and finally the closing chapter, which I can't wait to get to, Frankenfisher, the Bride of Solo. And yes, it's exactly what you think it is. So folks, the only way to get that is go to stealingsolo.com right now, get yourselves a copy, and enjoy the greatest Star Wars parody since Spaceballs. So we're starting here today at Ollie's, where you can see the Disney pile is still the Disney pile. And we have Shang-Chi and Star Wars and whatever the hell this is. But there's Ghosts and Goblins too. You name it, it's here at Ollie's. Now, of course, we're going to see the usual offenders here. We already see our friends the Eternals. We see the same cases of Shang-Chi figures that are chilling here on the shelves. There's an Ironheart mask. You know what I mean by the usual offenders, like this Mountain of Thor action figures, or these Shuri figures, or these Ironheart figures. They're just everywhere. So why call them all out? Let's just enjoy the subtle music as we watch the toys. Okay, that's enough. Here come the Shuri copters. Holy shit, they're still here. Well, this is after Christmas. It just never, ever, ever worked. But eventually the clearance prices of 33 off and 25% off and all that stuff off will move some of this stuff. But this is Ollie's, January. You think Ollie's is ever going to buy a huge buyout from Hasbro ever again? Doubtful. I know Hasbro didn't make their money, but other retail chains did. And Ollie's is playing the long game. This is after Christmas. This didn't do too well, but, you know, it's not like these actual figures show that people just didn't care. Ah, Joker. That's something I do care about. So let's just give you a top view of all of these action figures, all these Marvel Legends, the non-Marvel Legends, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever figures, you know, usual suspects. And who do we have here? The Invisible Woman. And the Invisible Woman. It's all the Invisible Woman. Here's the second mountain. It's Nerf for nothing. It's Dungeons and Dragons. It's Thor. And G.I. Joe. It's just all Hasbro. So here we are walking down the toy aisle proper. You can see there are holes of things, but all the Hasbro stuff is pretty much the same. Untouched. There's those Last Jedi figures. Hold on a second. This is different. It's Rey! Rey Skywalker! Whatever the hell she's got down there with her. Is that a Stormtrooper helmet? I don't care. But it belongs with this set, so somebody stole Finn but left Rey. That sounds about right. You see Rey figures everywhere, but no longer Finn. And those damn Eternals things. So this is the Shang-Chi section. And who do we have up here? America Chavez. Now this is at a different store, but they have these, like, Disney figures. And I mean, I have a lot of these Disney figures. And so, who do we got here? We got, let's see, of course there's Donald Duck. And we have, let's see, who else is down here? There's a whole row of Donald Duck. We got Mickey Mouse, and we got rows of Mickey Mouses. Keep on going. Jesus. We have Goofy over here. And the dog, Pluto. All down here. Let's take a closer look at Pluto. The price is $3.99. Okay, these were originally... What were they originally? I don't know. But these are those 5 POA figures that Reaction loves to make and nobody really seems to want, but they have every version of everything ever in here. Except Axel Foley from Beverly Hills Cop. I know, it's offensive. We got Mickey and the Beanstalk, but no Axel Foley? Come on, man. You know, we talk about all this progress and change. I think it's time for a change. Give us an Axel Foley, goddammit. I'm sorry, I get really passionate about the one action figure I want the most. Moving on, though. Now, this Ollie's is very stacked. This is Shang-Chi and Eternals dolls and all of that stuff, and it is a pretty stacked shelf for the most part. And let's take a look up here. We got all sorts of Captain Marvel. Ugh. All sorts, again, of the usual offenders. This one seems more dense, though, especially after the Christmas holiday. The fact that there's just so many. Can you believe there's so many? I'm not surprised, to be honest with you. It's like it'll never end. I hope not. I don't want to be stuck with her forever. Now this was weird. I don't usually talk about this because I'm not a D&D guy, but they had these like D&D game campaign cases, and they were $3. So I guess that's a good deal. I mean, it's $3. A sandwich at McDonald's. Most sandwiches at McDonald's cost more than that. It costs more to get extra steak on your burrito at Chipotle than it does to buy a D&D campaign case. Let's see what's in here. You can pause the screen and read it, but there's at least $3 worth of merchandise in this case. So you'd be a fool not to spend $3 and get one. I guess I'm a fool because I didn't. But hey, I don't D&D at all. I don't know what Warriors of Kryn is. It's not D&D. It's Dragonlance. And it's far more money than $3. But I would play some Carmen Sandiego. So here we are back at an Ollie's. And as you can see, they're pretty heavy on the Black Panther and Shang-Chi toys. Yeah, I know, right? So let's just take a look at these, shall we? These stores are now dealing with the post-holiday retail, and this is what's left. And I'm just gonna, wait to see how long it takes to sell. It's probably gonna be a while, and that's okay, folks. We have the time. We have the ability to laugh at this and document it. Hit that thumbs up button if you enjoy these videos, and we'll keep documenting all sorts of interesting things. And if you got any ideas for what you want to see WCBS cover, let me know. I read the comments. So this is another toy aisle. As you can see, it's still Ollie's. And their Last Jedi toys, well, they're very still readily available. Now this I thought was a rare chase figure Obi-Wan Kenobi. Here, no, somebody ripped off the robe and stapled the thing back on there. Ollie's stapled the thing back on there. Or Ollie's accepted that, and that's pretty embarrassing if you ask me. But let's just keep Obi-Wan where he belongs. Hopefully some kid doesn't get confused and buy that Obi-Wan. what's worse, to litter or to accidentally buy a bad Obi-Wan figure? It's up to you. Now let's just take a look around here. We had a few more things, including this guy. You notice nobody stole anything from him, just Obi-Wan Kenobi. Action figure buyout. Now this is our favorite display of Marvel Legends at the end cap of this store. And when we first saw this in August, it was jam-packed and didn't really sell. We filmed this after Christmas, and it really didn't sell. After that massive clearance sale, it moved a little bit, but this is the remainder of it. And, well, I mean, come on, this is never gonna go. I make the joke every video, eternally on store shelves, but this just plays up to that every week. Every time we go to the store, there it is. Death, Taxes, and Eternals figures are here on the shelves. I'm looking around to see if there's any more. You never know where these bad boys are gonna pop up. Probably down this aisle, so let's go down here and find out together. We already see a Shang-Chi and some shit with Shuri. Whatever, I don't care what it is. And yay, Stormbreaker. That's cool, or Stormbringer. I never understood or looked into the difference. I just would say Storm and brr. It works. Now, all these Star Wars figures are fairly new at this store. Now, they're not new to you or me, but they weren't here last time I was here, and there's a whole lot more of them than last time, too. So we got Princess Leia, we got Han Solo. Who else we got in this? Let's take a look, shall we? Let's pick a figure out from this one. So we're going back here and we get Grand Moff Tarkin. Great character, cool figure. No, I didn't buy one. Who do we got here? Princess Leia and Bausch. Whoops. Princess Leia fell. Out of respect to our fallen princess, let's return her to the shelf. There you go, Leia. Poor Lando. Lando's on a lower shelf. Han's down there too. Another... God, more Shuri copters. I was going to say another one. There's another 5. Holdo, you know where she is. Here. Eternally, too. You should put her... How about a crossover movie with Holdo and the Eternals? I'm sure it'd be really interesting to, like, 6 people on Twitter. Everyone else would just turn their noses up at it and leave. I bet that's what these toys want, is to leave. Go home with some kid and be played with. But I think Toy Story 5 should honestly be filmed at an Ollie's, and it's just all the unsellable Disney merchandise never being able to go home, and they just hang out in the stores and get old and depressed, and then one day some vintage collector buys them and they get put on the shelf, and it's kind of dark, but it would be kind of interesting to see that movie. Let's make that movie, folks. Let's make it a comic book first. You heard the idea here? Property of WCBS. Now we have this one lone Ironheart in a sea of Shang-Chi's and Wenwus. There's one Wenwu. But I wonder where she goes. That one Ironheart, she can't be part of the Shang-Chi series, and she's part of all this shit down here. Again, this toy aisle is very stacked. We got these untouched Eternals disc launchers. I mean, this is like over a calendar year. No one has touched a single one of those things. Nobody gives a shit about whatever that toy is. Maybe I'll buy one out of curiosity. If they would penny those out, I'd buy... I would say I'd buy them all and give them away, but I still gotta pay to ship those bad boys, so not really worth it. Just like these here, not really worth it, including Catwoman from an okay movie. But as you can see, this is where these toys now live, and we're gonna see just how long it takes for them to go away. It could be months. It's been years already, so... You know, let's lower our expectations for when these things are actually going to sell out. Now, just looking back through Bargain Hunt, they had other stuff. And if you look closely, you'll see, you know, some Disney stuff. We're not here to go on about that. But let's just keep looking. There's Captain America. But there's this Star Wars thing. Now, I'm always told that Star Wars is a hot collector's item. But we got the launch edition of these Star Wars vehicles here on clearance. Some people were paying extra money to get the launch editions, which were just a different sticker. Awesome. You should have waited, though, because you could find those here. And they had this one, too, the Republic Gunship, which is a cool ship and a cool, a fine movie. And, yeah, if you paid full price for it, you probably wasted some cash. I hate to say this in all these videos, but why pay full price for Hasbro products? Because they keep showing up here. This isn't a pandemic thing. This is a forever thing. And, you know, our old pal Todd McFarlane, he's not exempt from this either. We got Etrigan the Demon. We got Robin. I don't like Robin. What are your opinions on Robins? Let me know down below. Azrael. That's a pretty cool action figure. Even if I don't collect Batman, I really like that figure. And we got Batgirl. Which version of Batgirl is this? Not one that I acknowledge. Oh, Gotham Knights. Okay, never played that game. Who else comes in the wave? We got the Flash from the Flash from the movie. No thanks. Ew, and Harley Quinn from the movie. Ooh. I mean, I wasn't gonna buy this anyway, but let's just leave you there. And zoom in on the old Cap. I don't remember what he wore in that movie when he wore that one. So, Disney Wall. Same figures, Disney Wall. Donald, Mickey, Pluto, and Goofy. Not really much to say about these, just so many figures, so nobody cares. I mean, maybe the little turtle will be popular in the future because, you know, turtles are cool. This little guy's trying to escape his case. I would too, little guy. I would too. But, you know, let's just look at this as a reminder of what happens when you make too much, you make any Disney stuff, let's be honest. It just doesn't sell. It sits there and forever rots on shelves. So folks, what did you think about this trip through the toy retail space? Let me know down in the comments below, and thank you guys for watching. I've been watching the numbers grow, and I want to thank and welcome all of our new subscribers. Folks, make sure you're listening to our live shows so we can make all kinds of cool channel announcements. But if you're a patron, check out Patreon right now. We got some new content for you. And folks, if you haven't already, pick up a copy of Stealing Solo. They call it the greatest Star Wars parody since Spaceballs, and it's laugh out loud funny. And it can be yours for a limited time only. We're working through the back stock of the books. We keep moving these books, so thank you to thousands of people who've bought copies. We want to thank each and every one of you personally. I want to thank each and every one of you personally. And for those in the future who are going to get a copy, thank you as well. But folks, if you're like me and you like to laugh, make sure you're on the lookout for Wokebusters as well. Stealing Solo is laugh out loud funny and a book I will always stand by till the end of time. But Wokebusters is a comic of epic proportion. It clocks in at over 100 pages of straight story. That's right, not the cover, not the extra leaflet pages, but actual story. Wokebusters is a thick book. That's what separates me from other comic artists, folks. I bring you full graphic novels. There's nothing wrong with telling comic book stories in a serialized form, but I don't like to put staples in my books. And Wokebusters, there's no staple for Wokebusters big enough. It's the story of outrage culture. But in this story, outrage culture isn't stuck on the internet. No. Outrage culture is a real thing. So much, in fact, that these people outrage and become literal monsters, and it's up to the Wokebusters to stop them. Their first stop is the epicenter of it all, Portland, Oregon, where they're met with crime, deceit, monsters, a corrupt government, and a whole lot more. Wokebusters will be here very, very soon, folks. As I said at the beginning of the video, I've drawn all the pages. They're being inked and colored right now, and then it's on its way to you. So be on the lookout for Wokebusters the closer we get to Frozen Empire. But Wokebusters is the comic book event of 2024, maybe even 2025 and beyond. Wokebusters is unstoppable. So folks, there's only one way to get your copy directly from me, because I wrote it and I drew it myself. So get excited, folks. I'm excited. I hope you can feel it. The energy's high for Wokebusters. 2024 is the year of the Wokebuster. So get involved, become a card-carrying member of Wokebusters, and help save society from itself. But until then, folks, be smart, be safe, be cool, but always be excellent to each other.